Hey guys, I'm Beanama and welcome back to more Kyle is Famous. Let's do this. Okay, we can skip. So we're gonna exit the bed. How about this time we try not eating anything? So choose an outfit. Okay, I haven't done the suit of armor, so let's do that. Kyle was unsure of what exactly caused him to decide to wear his armor, but it felt like the right thing to do. Kyle, I'm what caused you to wear this. After much squeezing and sweating, Kyle managed to wrap the metal suit around his dumpy self. We need to get Kyle a gym membership. Let's at the desk and write our notes. So, notes. Is your mother a mother? Beef, mashed or blended? And funniest story. Guilty pleasure. Back to desk. Let's go to the hallway. Leave the apartment. And, yeah, we'll visit Gabby, but this time we won't eat her. Let's start a conversation. Good morning, neighbor, said Kyle cheerfully. Gabby looked at Kyle expectantly. Ask Gabby about Kyle. Ask Gabby about Rachel. Ask Gabby about Gabby. Let's ask Gabby about Rachel. Gabby, Kyle asked. What are your true thoughts about Rachel May? Oh, Rachel, Gabby said. She's a wonderful woman. Her generous acts have inspired more good work than bad. Gabby trailed off, not meeting Kyle's eyes. Ooh, Rachel, what are you doing? After several uncomfortable minutes of silence, Kyle turned around and left. Sure, let's visit the tech store. We haven't been there. Kyle walked into the clean, white tech store. He was greeted by Techno Jim, an elaborate cutout mascot with flashing lights. Steel Techno Jim! Yeah, free samples. Kyle asked the store attendant whether or not they offered any free samples to important customers. The attendant gave Kyle a confused and slightly vacant look. Kyle began to beg for a free sample. Wanting Kyle to leave, the attendant grabbed a decrepit phone meant for spare parts and held it out. Grab it with teeth! Kyle firmly clamped his mouth around the outstretched phone, creating several teeth holes in the screen. Kyle grunted and yanked with his head until the attendant let go of the phone. The phone is now Kyle's to use forever. Oh God, Kyle. Kyle, what are you doing? Okay. I want to scream and spin. Oh God, Kyle. Okay, time to start the interview. Good evening, everyone, said Kyle, looking at the camera. Welcome back to Stay Up Late with Kyle. Tonight I have the pleasure of interviewing the lovely Rachel May, who needs no more introduction. Hello, Kyle, she said. I'm glad to be here. In response, Kyle collapsed on the floor. Kyle! From a combination of stressful preparation and not eating anything, Kyle had passed out. Nobody in the studio quite knew what to do with him. They began to poke Kyle in the back to see if he moved. After a while, they ended the broadcast, shut off the lights, and went home. Kyle was left face first on the floor. Oh, God! Oh, we can browse social media now. Oh, I kind of want to do this. Maybe later. But now I want to see what happens if we do everything, go to the interview, but we don't have notes. So exit the bed. Open the closet. Outfit. We'll do a suit. Next, we'll set the desk. We'll just check the drawer. We'll just grab some stuff. Flashlight? That's new, I think. We'll also just take the small key and change. Back to room. Exit, kitchen. Open the fridge. We're gonna prepare breakfast like a normal person. Kyle constructed a breakfast of poached eggs and toast, along with a small fruit cup and grilled sausage. Eat or smash. We're gonna eat it. Oh, I hate the eating noises. I hate them so much. Oh, no. Kyle ate his breakfast slowly and thoughtfully, enjoying every bite. He felt refreshed. Let's see. Return to hallway. We'll just leave the apartment. Visit Gabby. We're gonna ask Gabby about Kyle. Gabby, Kyle asked very earnestly, how do you feel about me? The dubious expectation on Gabby's face transformed into consternation. Even the worst of men are given grace, Kyle. Gabby! She replied, though they don't deserve it. Dang, Gabby! Oh, God. Approach Rachel. We'll answer politely and shake hands. Start broadcast. Good evening, everyone, said Kyle, looking at the camera. Welcome back to Stay Up Late with Kyle, introduced Rachel. Tonight I have the pleasure of interviewing the lovely Rachel May, who needs no more introduction. Kyle motioned to Rachel, who smiled and waved at the camera. Hello, Kyle, she said. I'm glad to be here. Okay. How will I ask her questions? In a shock, Kyle realized he had never bothered to prepare any notes for the interview. Knowing he had the eyes of millions upon him, Kyle came up with a solution quickly. Blame Rachel for lack of notes. Run away or play dead! We're blaming Rachel for this. Rachel, I need to be honest. You're not terribly interesting, and I could not think of what I should ask you. In fact, continued Kyle, I would far rather interview a fish than I would you. And furthermore, said Kyle, I'm not sure I could tell the difference between you and a fish. Kyle leaned back in his chair and desperately hoped the blame had been shifted adequately. Rachel glowered at Kyle. Kyle glowered back. Rachel left the studio. Kyle no longer had a guest and spent the next 42 minutes staring at the camera silently. Okay, we're gonna wither away. Shucks. This does not relieve him of his responsibilities. We're gonna open the closet. Actually go back to the bedroom. Open the desk, check the drawer, get the flashlight. Back to room, open the closet. Oh, I can't, dang it. Where do I get batteries? Hold on, back. Desk, get some change. Back to room. Actually, I want to check the locked door again. Oh, I can float through as a ghost. Kyle used his ghostly powers to walk straight through the door. Go inside. Kyle found himself in the room he stashed the various items sent to him by fans. Check sewing machine. Check supernatural artifact. Get laser claymore. What's the supernatural artifact? This is one of the many mysterious artifacts Kyle has been sent over the years. I want to smash it. Kyle began pounding the mysterious artifact with both fists. Within a few hours, it became dust. An ancient force trapped in the artifact is released and turned Kyle into a lizard demon. Holy crap! Holy crap! Leave the apartment. I want to terrorize people. Hey, Gabby! Okay. Aw, dig it. Rachel's smile turned to horror as she realized she was looking not at a human, but a lizard demon. Pandemonium ensued. Scripts went flying, crew members ran in all directions, lights were knocked over. As Kyle watched the chaos around him, his lizard demon form enveloped his last shred of humanity. Kyle grew to a massive size. Within several minutes, he had demolished the now empty set. A local force of 5 spunky teenagers in brightly colored apparel arrived at the scene to fight Kyle. Oh, God. We got the Power Rangers over here. As the teenagers swung at him with their spunky individualized weapons. Oh, God, it really is the Power Rangers. Kyle pushed them over with his foot. Kyle rampage of his studio. Ruins continued, but in another part of a city, a hero was rising up. In a dusty apartment on the top floor of an old skyscraper in the oldest part of town sat a large man named Frank. Few people in the world knew that Frank existed. Fewer knew his name. Frank was watching the local news. A story about the studio rampage was playing. Quickly, Frank got up from his chair. He opened a small door hidden behind a poster on his wall. Inside was an unbelievable amount of fat-ridden foods, unrefrigerated and fairly rotten. Frank began to consume the mound at a frightening rate. His body began to puff. Frank expanded faster and faster. With each minute, he burst through the roof. Within minutes, Frank was a towering behemoth. Oh, God. He rolled across the city, rebounding off buildings and getting cheers from onlookers below. Approaching Kyle, Frank gave a long, painful heave upwards into the sky. To Kyle, the sky turned black. He looked upwards to see the monstrous figure hurtling towards him. And in a moment, Kyle was completely enveloped in rubbery fat, unable to move or make noise. Frank was quite tired and passed out where he lay. Several years went by as Frank slumbered. As Kyle was held in Frank's warm, fatty embrace, his humanity began to return. When the first winter came, Frank's body recycled his fat for resources. Over many months, he shrank in size. Eventually, Kyle was human and Frank was thinned. They both walked away from the scene as new men. Neither realized how much time had passed. What? Oh my God! Well, guys, that was Kyle is Famous. If you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like and maybe subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.